So what we're going to show you in this video is how to capture lead information on a lead form, have that automatically add a lead to your CRM, Zoho CRM, and then take you to a booking page, or take them, rather, the prospect, the lead, to a booking page like this, where they can select their day and time when they want to do the meeting. That gets connected to Zoho Meeting, creates a meeting, creates this meeting, and attaches it to that lead within Zoho CRM. People love this process. You can imagine the efficiencies that this creates. There's so much you can do with this, but I'm just going to quickly cover how to put this together. And then there's a matching sister course that's on Zoho Academy that kind of goes in deeper to the different products and things you can have with settings and all that stuff. So you can always check that out. So we're going to go ahead and bounce in here. Real quick though, just as a recap who I am, David Edkins. I own a company called the Edkins Group, and what we do is we focus on helping companies improve their profits through better systems, namely using the Zoho platform, just because it can cover, it has 50 different apps that are all interconnected. So we can help almost every company out there with their customer lifecycle and improve the profitability of those companies. So that's what we do. As a reminder, if you like the content while you're watching it, if you could like and subscribe, that'd be fantastic. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and jump right in here. So the components that you need, there's a few different elements. Now, you could have your website anywhere. That doesn't matter. So you can just embed the form on your website. We happen to have Zoho Sites here, and we just embedded it through what's called an iframe. So if you already have a website, you're familiar with the term of iframes. It's just some code that you plug in. So that gets generated through Zoho Forms. So we're going to use Zoho Forms. We've got bookings. We have sites, which sites doesn't matter. You don't need that component again. If you have a website, we'll just show you where the embed code is. So you can embed the iframe in your website, whatever page. And we'll go through the process. Okay. And then lastly, we have CRM. CRM is just going to just show you, that we've added a lead and the meeting showed up there. So let's actually do that real quick. I'm going to go ahead and add this person, Mickey Mouse. And we're going to, just so I can show you what we're going to put together. Interesting. Oh my gosh. All right. Submit. Now you can see it's taking you over to the Zoho Bookings, and you can see up here in the URL that it's carrying over the name, the email, and the topics. So they're going to select the first appointment here. They're going to pick a good time, let's say 1 p.m. Here you can see it pre-filled. They don't have to fill in that stuff at all. But first, let's go ahead and go over to leads, and we'll refresh this, and we should have Mickey in there. There's Mickey Mouse. So you can see it added Mickey Mouse, added the phone number, added the email, and then we should have description here somewhere. Description, we carried that in. We also added a tag to this, so we'll know, and we can sort later who booked an appointment. That was kind of their first thing that they did, is they booked an appointment. So that way, if you think deeper about this, the reason why we have that form instead of just taking them to a bookings page is the form captures the lead information. Now, let's say they go to the bookings page and they straight up just don't like the way the booking page looks, or they don't like the availability. So they never actually book time, but they're captured as a lead. So as you look, the Zoho Academy course goes deeper into this, but you can build lists and things about people, with people that went with the intent to actually book time, but never actually book time. So that way you can market to them differently. You can put them on, informational lists, potentially. You can follow up with them afterwards, a few days later, say, hey, it looks like you're going to book time. So there's quite a bit you can do with that, but that's the intelligence you get by having that first form, is you can see who then carried on to meeting. So for Mickey Mouse here, if Mickey Mouse never booked time, you'd see that we have booked appointment, but there's no activities in here. So that's an easy thing you can do as a list. And then, you throw them into Zoho campaigns or marketing automation, etc. But we'll go over that in the course a little deeper. Okay, let's get back to this. So if I complete this booking, schedule appointment. Oh, I got to get the right country code here. Schedule appointment. Comes to a little splash page where we can do a redirect or something like that, but this is just standard process with booking time. We come back here and refresh this. It might take a moment for the meeting to show up, but it will show up here. So if it's not here, we'll bounce back and look at that. Okay, so the elements we have, I don't know why we have this one here. Let's get rid of this one. Okay, well, we start with the form. So again, this form is in Zoho Forms, very easy to put together. name, first name, last name, email, phone. You could add whatever fields you want to have here, obviously. And then what we do is we're going to have that redirect to go over to a bookings page. So the bookings page, in bookings, you have consultations that you would set up. It's pretty easy. You can just do the plus sign, one-on-one, get your workspace, whatever you're going to call it, select your consultant, and then since we've integrated Zoho Meeting, it would automatically do that, and I'll show you where that's at as well. But we've already created one here. So what we're using is actually this person's URL. So you can customize what it looks like by clicking on Customize. I just have it as David. And we copied that, and we put that into form. So when this form gets submitted, it's going to, a couple things. Let's do this. Let's do the integration first. Integrations. So you're going to integrate it with the CRM, leads, standard layout, which is the only one we have. And then we're going to look at the fields. So all we did is, the first one's already there, last name, because it's required or mandatory on this form, is we just select in Zoho Forms, or rather it's mandatory in CRM, is we simply, you see all the fields here. We don't have many, but here's the last name, right? Then we added like a plus sign. We said, oh, pick this field, and it's going to match to this field. That's all we did for these ones. Then down below here, the tag records. This is where we added that tag called booked appointment. It's just one you manually type in. That's what you do there. Automation process. This is not going to do anything right now, but as you add automation in the future, that would trigger that automation. So when a new lead is added, and maybe the new lead is booked appointment, okay, do something with it, put them in a list or whatever. That's what that would do. In this particular video, it's not going to do anything. Just check it, because it's not going to make any difference if you don't check it. Okay, and then upsert. By checking this, that means it's going to see if there is an email address, as you can see here with the settings. If there's an email address already for that that exists as a lead, and if so, then really don't do anything, unless maybe this time it has a phone number and it didn't have it before. It'll update that. So it's just going to check to see if something already existed. So that's how you do the integration with the CRM. That's what creates that lead. Then, once the form is submitted, we're going to say, let's do a redirect. So the redirect is right here. Normally, it's the default is the thank you page. So you'd click this radio button, which is redirect to, and then what we're going to do is, you see the first part here. The first part is the URL for that particular booking page. Okay, so for this person. The next thing is you can set up what are called parameters. So to populate the first name in bookings, you do this. First space name, and then you're going to grab from the form. That's the field you're going to grab. Last space name, email, phone, topic, and then you can see that's that field that has the topic in it. Okay, so what that's going to do is, by having these parameters in it, when you enter the form, that's where you got redirected to that bookings page. They complete the time, they pick whatever the appointment is, they book the time, and then the pre-fill is what this piece is. So that pre-fills that information. Okay. Save that. All right, let's look at Mickey Mouse again. Let's come back here and see if, again, if this is interesting or informative or valuable to you guys. Again, I'd say, if you could like it and subscribe, that'd be awesome. Okay, I went back, refreshed, and you can see here's an open activity. First appointment with Mickey Mouse. Right? So that's there. It booked it, and nothing more for you to do other than when you get to 1 o'clock, you do this call. Okay, so we've got the forms. That's going to redirect to the bookings page. And then again, in bookings here, there's a few things that you'll have to have. Integration, you're going to want to integrate it with video conferencing. You have a few options here. Zoho Meeting, and then GoToMeeting, whichever ones you use, you can connect to those. Excuse me. And then others, we're going to connect to the CRM. So by connecting to the Zoho CRM, that's going to add that appointment to this record within Zoho CRM. Let me think what else is here. The embedding of the form. Let's do that because I didn't share that. Okay, in the form itself, you have share. So what we did when we embedded it into the site here, to look like this is you go embed, and then you can see here it just provides you what you need. Now, one thing I did to have it look like this in here, because the form is, if you look at the default, it does 500 px, and that's called pixels, so it's the height of it. If I left it the original, it would have been scrunched, like you would have to scroll in this little space here. So what I did is I rewrote that for 800, I think, or maybe 900 on the height, and then the width I put at 950. You can leave it at whatever works for you. You can customize this. The other thing I might say too, you might not like this gray border around it. What's nice about forms, and again, the course will go more deeper into it, is that you have some themes, and you can change the way that form looks. It can look ugly like these options, or you can just clean it up where the background of it is just white. You can change the way, the corners are rounded, and there's a bunch you can do with it. But just to at least start, down the road of being able to gain efficiency in your business, to lead people to a page that they can then book their time. That time then that page goes to the booking. They book it. It shows up as a lead in your Zoho CRM. It shows up as a meeting. You show up to the meeting. You have the meeting. Again, there's other stuff that you can expand off of this, like anything with Zoho, is other automations and things. So I hope that's helpful. Please add comments. If you have questions or whatnot, go ahead and put those in the comments. But again, if you could like and subscribe, that'd be awesome. There's some other links down in the description below that might be useful for you, like links to the Edkins group if you'd like to have some advisory, really help you with this each month as support. If you already have Zoho, if you don't have Zoho, there's an option to get a free trial of it down below. So hope that helps, and have a great day.